Hey, I feel like I've been waiting a really long time to tell you this is the weekend. I'm going back to my tiny house. Um, but this video is not about that either. Unfortunately, life is lifing, and I have a couple of medical issues I need to get taken care of. And unfortunately, it's delaying the process once again. So let me try to kind of go in order. There's a couple of different things going on. I think I mentioned in my last video about my melanoma that while I was counting down my last weeks in Florida, I thought, let me get all my annual medical work done, blood work, mammogram, dermatology, all that kind of stuff. The doctor also ordered a CAT scan of my abdomen because I've been having kind of like intermittent bleeding on and off. So we wanted to kind of see what that was about. Sorry, TMI, but that's what's happening. So anyway, so I went to the doctor. They gave me this order for the mammogram, gave me the order for the CAT scan. I went home and scheduled to have those done about 2 weeks later because they were going to need a prior authorization. So it was scheduled to happen on July 30th. I found out the night before when the imaging center called and said, we can't do the CAT scan because the doctor's office never sent in the paperwork for the prior authorization. So as you can imagine, I was like not happy. I'm like, all right, let's just do the mammogram and we'll try to get the CAT scan figured out. So you know how it is. I know I'm not the only one to go through this. Back and forth between the insurance company, the doctor's office. The insurance company said it didn't get approved because the paperwork they requested from the doctor's office never got sent in. They requested that 2 weeks prior and never got sent in. So I called the doctor's office, kind of like not happy, like, I had this scheduled. You knew I was on a time frame because they knew I was planning to move and it couldn't get done. Called them a couple times, nobody got back to me. In the meantime, had my mammogram, went to the dermatologist. They biopsied a couple of things, ended up calling me back saying the one on my arm was melanoma, and that needed to be taken care of, and that I'd have to wait 2 weeks to get the stitches out. Okay, if you saw my last video, you know all that, just bringing everybody up to speed. So I was kind of like, oh my gosh, it's like putting it off again. I have to wait 2 weeks to get the stitches out, but whatever. So that's putting me to like mid-August now. So I went in, had the melanoma removed. I posted that on my last video. People have been asking me if I have any before pictures. I guess I'll try to post one here. I mean, I have one little before picture that it's not the greatest picture. It's taken off of like a printed from the computer, and it's got the doctor's markings on it. But because the spot was so small and the scar ended up so big, people were asking for before pictures. So I'll try to see if I can put that into this video. So anyway, got the melanoma removed, had the mammogram done. When I told you guys in the last video everything was fine, I believed everything was fine because I didn't hear back. However, after that, I came to discover, I got a notification from the radiology center that my mammogram was abnormal, that they needed additional testing as well as an ultrasound. So, okay, so I called the doctor's office to get that all set up. They call me back. I'm able to pick up that paperwork right away. Called to set up the mammogram with the ultrasound, get it set up for next week, the 19th. Like, okay, once that's done, I'll leave after that. The next day, I got a confirmation letter. They had me set up in totally the wrong city, over an hour away, 7 o'clock in the morning. I don't know how they did that, but whatever, that's what they did. So I called back to get that straightened out. And the first available I can get in my town was for the 27th. So I'm pushed off again till the end of the month. The CAT scan, I'm going to be honest, I've pretty much given up on. The doctor's office said that they resubmitted it. The doctor's office is saying it's still pending. The insurance company said no, they sent out the denial. They don't see the medical necessity. I guess it's normal for a 62-year-old to have blood in her urine, but okay. I'm like, hasn't happened in a while, so I just don't care anymore, to be honest. Tired of going back and forth. Last time I spoke to the insurance company, they were like, maybe get a new primary care. I'm like, very unhelpful. Thank you. So, and I forgot to mention in all of this that I also wanted to start on hormone therapy because I'm constantly sweating and hot and tired and all that kind of stuff. I don't sleep good at night. I finally got the HRT medications. I was so excited to start it that night, but because of the lump in my breast, I had to put that off. So I just felt like nothing is getting done. Everything keeps getting put off, either because of the incompetence of the doctor's office, the incompetence of the scheduler at the radiology place, um, you know, frustrating. So at this point, I'm going to have the mammogram done at the end of the month. Whatever happens after that, I'm going back to Tennessee. I'm not trying to turn this whole video into like a rant about the healthcare system, but it's just frustrating. You feel like you spend more time running around. It's like a full-time job, just making phone calls between the doctor's office that doesn't want to be bothered and the insurance company. It's like a full-time job. And again, I'm not trying to turn this into a rant about the healthcare system. It is what it is. Everybody might have different feelings about it, but that's just what's been going on with me. I feel like everything's been delayed. Everything's been an issue. Again, I know this is not the end of the world. It's all stuff that's going to get resolved. I'm not even worried about the lump. I'm not worried about any of it. It's just that I've been really wanting to get back into my tiny house. I've been really wanting to share with you guys more about my life in Tennessee, more about the community, and all the stuff that's going on there. And it's just a little frustrating. So I just remind myself, like, the move is delayed, but it's not canceled. And, sometimes things happen in life a lot, especially as we get older with our health and stuff. Things are out of our control. And so it's not a permanent thing. It's just a setback. I just have to be patient. So right now my job is to just get the medical testing done, see what's going on, and, take it from there. So that's my update. My tiny house is delayed again. Right now my job is to just figure out the medical stuff, get that all taken care of, and then we could take it from there. I'm trying not to make myself crazy, trying to get everything all figured out, because we know that we're not in control of any of that. So I'm just going to take one step at a time, and hopefully the next time we chat, I'll be telling you that I'm moving into my tiny house. So if you've watched this far, thank you all, everybody that's like stuck in there with me and hung out, and I really appreciate you guys. Just sit tight. Tennessee is going to happen. Travel is going to happen. Tiny house is going to happen. Just got a couple of things to take care of the next couple of weeks. And like I said, hopefully the next video will be like, hey guys, we got the green light. I'm out. All right. So thank you so much for watching. Hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye guys.